Hello, this is Commander Joa, and welcome back to my Pixelmon or Pokemon world in Minecraft. And now that I have logged in again, I see why I didn't use these curtains. They have turned white, all of them. Look, all of them is white. Apparently it's a bug when you re-enter the map, or the save I should say. All your colored curtains turn white, regardless of the color you picked. And if you remember the last video, I went here to Barktown just to teach you a little bit that I have Yoto created, more or less. I haven't created the whole one yet, but most of it. But this time is not the time we going through Yoto. I have one reason is that I have to go through Yoto to see if I think it's in a good state to show it. I want to set up some stuff. I might have done some changes here that I want in Yoto as well, or something like that. And it's been a good while that I've checked on Yoto region, so I'm not quite sure exactly which state it is in. But we're going back here to the mountains before you around the Indigo Plateau, and we're going to change up the stones here to snow blocks, like I did here. And the reason I don't have snow blocks here is because for some reason, I don't know why or how, but this old map had this mountain lowered for some reason, one block lowered, pretty much until here, all the way. And it doesn't follow that line. It was like here. I don't know why, but I have raised it up before the last video. And now the snow have fallen here, and I'm going to change the weather. Oops. What was the weather? Was it? So because I want only the parts where the snow have fallen to, that get this snow layer that to have a snow block under. So we're gonna let it rain a bit. I'm going over here and just place snow. And this one I like to do it for hand for some reason. But sometimes I use the wand. But when it's like this layer here, where it's just a few blocks really, then I usually do it by hand. But when it comes to the layers further down, then I do it by the wand. Oops. And if I say set snow, then I think it's going to be that snow layer. Yes. So when you're using WorldEdit, have that in mind that some blocks is actually called block because of like with the snow here. I'm gonna change the time as well. Oops. Ah, fuck. Damn it. But then when I come here, I depends on how much snow it should have. Then it depends, or rather, how much snow layers each layer got. It depends on if I use wand or I'm using putting the blocks for hand or by hand. So this one got quite much snow, so this one I do by one, but the next layer seems to be quite few, so that one I do by block. Got this side too. There we go. And then we got this mountain here, or this mountain top rather, since there are two mountain tops on the same mountain. And it just happened. I don't actually know if it should be different mountain tops on this one. But here I'm just I can do it all the way to the border here. Doesn't actually matter. Oh yeah, I thought I accidentally made several, at least 2 blocks deep. This layer I can do by one. Next layer I'm gonna do by hand. Oops. When I have been building like this on this map, I found out that when I controlling the weather all the time, the game insists on having on the weather I'm trying to get rid of. So if I'm changing, if the game wants rain or thunder, and I'm changing it to clear weather, and I usually got a smaller time period with clear weather, and I keep getting it get keeping interrupted by rainy weather, and usually I getting like thunderstorms or something like that. I don't know if it's tended to be like that, or it just happens for me for some reason. But if I let it rain, if I change it to rain, then that that will go away until I keep doing it again. And I don't mean like it keep letting it be clear weather all the time. I just mean that the shorter period seems to be gone until I messing with the weathers again. God damn it. There you go. Sorry about that. Having a hoarse voice often is what you say in English. It gives you a hard time. Let's say, like hard time. And I having other problems, not just with the voice. Like heat and stuff. That also have the affair of impact on the voice, since I have to drink water all the time to prevent the voice getting worse. And I have this pretty much as long as I can remember. Wasn't bad as when I was a little kid, since I was a very small kid. So heat and cold just went through me. And nowadays, now that I grown up, I keeping a lot of heat, let's say, instead of it just going through. And that it's a bummer. It's a drag. And there we go. The mountain is what I want it to be. And you see my layers. The first layer is usually this interrupted snow layer, like so. When it past this layer, it's usually this one uninterrupted. Then I keep one block, and when I coming up here, then I pass to having 2 snow blocks. And if I would ever do, I haven't done it yet, but if I would do another layer, I will do 3 blocks of snow. Let's change the time again. Oops, sorry. I had a nice lunch. Now I'm planning to extend this part of the mountain and let it go a little bit in to the plateau. So I'm planning to have this extension. Oops. Like so, but having the grass come to here. But before I do that, I have to decide how big I want it to be. So this is And that's what I'm doing here. So then we get another like so, and perhaps I should stay there already. This mountain isn't going to be big in size actually, but maybe it should. I don't know. I stay there. And I have to stay this video here as well. Or cut this video here. So I see you next time. Bye.